Halo 3 is finally upon us. Master Chief has arrived to finish the fight, and we've got a full review. Plus, recon on the legendary online multiplayer.
Call of Duty 4 is the hottest game on Xbox Live right now, and Infinity Ward is adding fuel to the fire with the Variety Map Pack. We've got your first look.
We've got previews, demos, and a rundown on games hitting a game store near you. So strap in and load out because Game Access starts now.
Hey, and welcome to Game Access, where the games come first. I'm your host, Laila.
And I'm Tiana. We've got an exciting show for you today. We'll be looking at previews, game trailers, and some upcoming announcements on upcoming games.
Plus, we've got our hands on Grand Theft Auto 4. We'll have a special impressions video to satisfy your curiosity until our full review next week.
In the meantime, Craig has some good news for you Gears of War fans. What's the deal, Craig?
Here's the deal, Tiana. You knew Gears of War was going to have a sequel. That's a no-brainer. But if there was ever any doubt in your mind, Clifford Bleszinski has a message for you. Straight from the Game Developers Conference in San Francisco, check it out.
Hi, I'm Mike Capps, president of Epic Games that brought you Gears of War. Well, right now I'm backstage at the Game Developers Conference where we're just about to announce that Gears 2 is coming out.
What's up, guys? My name's Cliff Bleszinski, and I'm lead designer at Epic Games. And you know, it's a funny thing about rumors on the internet. Once in a while, they're actually true. Now, I want to tell you that Gears 1 was a setup. It was an appetizer for all the characters, the environments, the gameplay mechanics we introduced in the first. Gears 2 is going to be bigger, better, and far more badass than the first game in every way. And today, I'm proud to tell you, Gears of War 2 will be available exclusively on Xbox 360 this November 2008.
Okay, I want to send a shout out to the hardcore Gears fans out there, and I want to warn you guys that you might want to bring a bucket because it's going to be a lot bloodier this time around.
There you have it. Official word that Gears of War 2 is imminent. As soon as we know more about it, we'll let you know. Back to you, ladies.
Hey, thanks, Craig. Now, Tiana, who do you think will win a fight between Batman and Scorpion from Mortal Kombat?
I don't know. See, I like Batman, you know, because he's like a ninja. He's smart and sneaky.
That's true, but I'm a fan of Scorpion. He's a ninja too. Plus, he knows all the crazy fighting moves.
Yeah, that's true. Let me guess, is somebody making a fighting game for them to fight?
But of course, actually, DC Comics and Mortal Kombat are coming together in a fighting game just announced.
Nice. Let's check it out.
Wow, that looks crazy. I wonder who will be included in this game. Superman versus Goro, Wonder Woman versus Katana, not to mention all the places where a fight could take place. I can't wait for a demo.
Speaking of demos, we've got the latest demos to show you, fresh off the marketplace. Check out Kung Fu Pandas, guys in metal suits beating stuff up, and Racer with a special incentive to beat the best lap.
Plus, we've got reviews coming up. A look at Call of Duty 4, downloadable map pack, and this week's Spotlight Xbox Live arcade game.
Coming up next, hot game footage of Battlefield Bad Company with your info on the beta.
All of this and more on Game Access, where the games come first. We'll be back. Stay right here.
Are you tired of working for someone else while they make all the money? Do you want to spend more time with your family?
This service helped me find the perfect home business.
You already have a home computer. Why not put it to work and make you the money you deserve?
We're making $12,000 a month.
And we have more family time.
I'm earning more and working less.
Nearly half of all U.S. businesses are home-based.
I made enough money from my home business to buy a new home.
Your home business training pack with a 14-day free trial is just a click away. So log on to this website now.
Welcome back to Game Access, where the games come first.
Here on Game Access, we always keep our eyes open for betas. We recently learned that Battlefield Bad Company has launched a beta on March 25th.
But to get your beta key, you will need to pre-order the game from GameStop before the beta launches. Or if you're a FileNet subscriber on IGN.com, you can get your key that way too.
You can also check out MajorNelson.com. Sometimes they have keys to give out as well, so good luck, everyone.
If you can't get your hands on a beta key, not to worry. The demo is coming out on June 5th, and the game will come out on June 23rd. So we're almost there. Until then, enjoy this gameplay video.
We've been here for 6 weeks now, and I can honestly say that it ain't all that bad. I've already made some good friends in my squad. Sweetwater, Haggard, Sergeant Redford. They're really great guys, and I think you'd like them. Come to think of it, all the people I've met around here have been pretty friendly. I really like Europe, you know? No traffic jams. It's really easy to find a parking spot. And I guess the Army gave us a pretty good reason to fight this war. But we found a better one. Probably got some hard times ahead. But in the end, it'll all be worth it.
Man, I like the look of all that destructible environment stuff. Digital Illusions really knows their stuff. I'm sure Bad Company is going to turn out great. The multiplayer should be crazy when you can just blow holes and everything like that. Back over to you, Tiana.
Every week here on Game Access, we show you the best casual gaming has to offer. This week, we have a special treat to share with you. Fan favorite Castlevania Symphony of the Night is now available for download. Everything from the original game right down to the awesome music is included. If you've never played this before, here's what you've been missing.
Castlevania Symphony of the Night was originally released on the PlayStation 1 back in 1997. It was a critical and commercial success, earning rave fan reviews and numerous press awards. It redefined the Castlevania gameplay model, ditching the level-by-level progression in favor of open-ended, fully explorable castle. You could now go anywhere you wanted and tackle the castle's villains any way you saw fit. Symphony also introduced RPG elements like stats, an inventory, and leveling up. Rather than play as a Belmont, you took the role of an Alucard, son of the infamous Count Dracula. Instead of wielding the classic vampire-slaying whip, you'll use various swords, knives, maces, and magical artifacts to vanquish your foe. Some weapons even have a special attack you can activate with a button press combo. The castle environments are called in classic Castlevania location. The clock tower, underground caverns, castle hallways are all reimagined and embellished with Victorian Gothic flourishes. As you're jumping around, hacking and slashing, you'll be treated to some of the most excellent music ever to appear in a video game. It sets the mood perfectly. All the enemies you'll encounter have unique names, death animations, sound effects, and drops. Not to mention all the secret areas and inverted castle to explore with all new enemies and achievements. This game will keep you busy and entertained for a long time. And for only 800 Microsoft points, it's one of the best values in gaming.
Castlevania Symphony of the Night also features leaderboards, achievements, and you can even use the cheats from the original game. But shh, don't tell anyone we told you that. It's hands down one of the best Xbox Live Arcade games out there. So check it out. Laila, what's going on over there?
Call of Duty 4 has been a critical and commercial success and is on the top of the most played Xbox Live games list. Now, just when you thought it couldn't get any better, Infinity Ward is unleashing the Variety Map Pack this week with 4 new maps that support all the game modes. Now, this downloadable map pack is about to add some serious spice to the online mix. Let's take a tour of the new maps.
First up is Broadcast. This map looks like it's set in a TV studio and the surrounding parking lot. It's a nice mix of narrow corridors and wider areas with lots of cover to duck behind. There are a few nice sniping spots, like this room overlooking the newsroom and a 2-story house overlooking the parking lot. You can also jump on the parking garage roof to get the drop on your opponents. The large foyer area looks like a place that will see tons of action too. This map would be great for a full room playing domination. Next is Chinatown. It takes place in a Chinatown market square. It features lots of close quarter areas with the streets being covered from just about every direction. It's actually bigger than it looks. It just seems small because of the back alleys and stores you can run in and out of. There are a couple of 2-story houses you can run into and get a nice advantage point. You'll definitely want to take a teammate with you to watch your back up here, or at least take some claymore to defend the entry points. Deathmatch or team deathmatch would be great game types on this map. Kill House will definitely live up to its name. It's designed for smaller group of people, so the layout is small and cramped. It shouldn't take you longer than 10 seconds to find something to shoot at. It looks like one of those military training obstacle courses. And no, we have no idea what the cameras are for either. See that tower in the center? If you can actually get up there and stay up there for more than a few seconds, you deserve an achievement because everyone will be gunning for you. We actually like this map because of how small it is and how it's laid out. It encourages teamwork and communication. There's nowhere to run or hide, so using tactics will pay off big here. Just get used to being killed by a few grenades. Last map we'll be looking at is Creek. Now it looks very serene with blue skies, waterfalls, and nice green trees. But just don't admire it too long because this map is nerve-wracking. Best of luck to you finding the snipers on this map. They blend in with the background. Plus, all of the elevation changes mean someone can be shooting at you from anywhere on this map. It's nice and big though. It's much more open than most of the other maps. Just try to keep to the high ground for the tactical advantage. If you're feeling brave though, you can go down to the bottom and run through the caves to get to the other side of the map and avoid the snipers. Now this is an excellent map, suitable for any game type, but best played with a full room.
Infinity Ward really is at the top of their game. Those maps look great, and they look a little more open. Looks like a lot of different ways to go after your opponent. Call of Duty 4 looks like it's going to be king of the online hill for quite a while. Hoorah!
Thanks, Layla. Demos are a great way to try out games before they come out, and they don't take long to download either.
Some demos even have online multiplayer, so you can get a little practice in before the game actually hits the streets.
This week, we've got Kung Fu Pandas, guys in metaled suits beating stuff up, and a racer with a special incentive to beat that best lap record.
Let's take a look at this week's best downloads here on Game Access.
First up is our first look at Grid. It's a racing game, and at first glance, it doesn't look like anything special, but the first time you take a corner and you barely slow it down, you'll know how this game is different. This game looks like it's doing a great job of maintaining the sense of speed and making the game feel more arcade and less simulation. The car damage takes some getting used to though. It was frustrating how easy it was to damage your car, making winning a race a lot more difficult. One interesting thing to mention, If you beat any of the 2 tracks' best lap times, you're entered into a contest to win a brand new BMW. Good luck with that one.
Hot off the heels of this summer movie, Kung Fu Panda will also be a game. The game will follow Poe's training as he goes from lazy slob to Kung Fu master. The game has platforming and fighting elements and looks just like the movie. Bright, colorful environments, cute character designs, and funny dialogue. This makes this game look like it jumped right out of the movie. You'll be doing the classic platform game stuff. Beat up lots of bad guys, smash everything in the environment, and grab power-ups. It looks like it'll be a great game for kids and fans of the movie.
Iron Man is now in theaters, and like all good action movies, it has a video game based on it. For the game, you'll be stepping into the iron shoes of Tony Stark, aka Iron Man. In the demo level we played, we're tasked with destroying weapon depots in a desert-like setting. You can fly or hover all over the map to reach your objectives, but be wary of anti-air missiles and helicopters. On the ground, tank and armor vehicles will try to take you out, but they're no match for the power of Iron Man. If you should happen to take too much damage, find cover and stay out of trouble, and your suit will regenerate. The flight controls took a little getting used to, and the variety of weapons we used was a little low, but we're sure the final game will be much more fully featured. We can't wait to see more.
Are you tired of working for someone else while they make all the money? Do you want to spend more time with your family?
This service helped me find the perfect home business.
You already have a home computer. Why not put it to work and make you the money you deserve?
We're making $12,000 a month.
And we have more family time.
I'm earning more and working less.
Nearly half of all U.S. businesses are home-based.
I made enough money from my home business to buy a new home.
Your home business training pack with a 14-day free trial is just a click away. So log on to this website now.
Welcome back to Game Access, where the games come first. This week we've got some great games to review. A little something for everybody.
We've got the game everybody's been waiting for, Halo 3. Test Drive Unlimited looks to reinvent the racing genre, and Viva Pinata shows us that kids' games can be challenging and fun for grown-ups too.
Craig, give us the lowdown on Halo 3.
Well, there's a lot to tell about this game. Besides the new campaign and multiplayer, there are some revolutionary new features. Now you can save your battles to your hard drive and watch them in the in-game theater. Want to add some chaos to the online multiplayer? Go to the Forge and reconfigure the maps with new game types, objects, weapons, and more. You've got to see this. Halo 3 is a first-person shooter developed by Bungie exclusively for the Xbox 360. It's the third title in the wildly successful Halo franchise. Master Chief returns to Earth to finish the fight and save humanity and the whole galaxy. The game builds on the successful formula put forth by the previous 2 games and adds some new features to enrich the solid gameplay. You'll still be fighting alongside your human allies as well as Covenant soldiers. The game mixes up on-foot segments with vehicular segments liberally sprinkled throughout. Most of the weapons found on the previous games return with minor tweaks, along with some new weapons and gadgets. Now you can rip off turrets from their tripods and carry them around for extra firepower, but beware the limited ammo and the extra weight which will hamper your movement. You can also pick up equipment, new gadgets that do anything from jam enemy radars, erect portable cover, and drain enemy shields. The levels are varied and interesting, although you still end up doing some backtracking. The graphics are subtly improved, with an emphasis being placed on maintaining a smooth frame rate even with dozens of enemies and allies on screen. The single player is a lot of fun, especially now that you can do it with 3 of your best friends in 4-player online co-op. The legendary multiplayer also returns in full force. You already know what to expect, well-designed levels with lots of scenic variety and lots of interesting game types. You won't be disappointed on that front. What's new to Halo 3 is what is so revolutionary. Now you can edit the contents of every level with Forge. This will allow you to put whatever vehicles, weapons, power-ups, and even level prices wherever you want. This will allow countless variations that will keep the Halo 3 community busy for months and help keep the gameplay fresh. And after you've played one of these Forge maps and crushed your opponents, you can see the recorded match in the theater. Here you can follow any of the players, fly the camera around, freeze the action, and even take a screenshot to send to your friends. Halo 3 looks to elevate the first-person shooter genre with all these never-before-seen features. It's definitely worth checking out. I'm going to lose so much sleep playing that game. It's so much fun online. Hopefully they'll iron out a few wrinkles in the gameplay and the matchmaking, but either way it's an experience. I think Layla has been playing something a little more relaxing. Layla, what's the scoop?
So Craig, when you get tired of all that shooting and explosions and craziness, come cruise around with me in Test Drive Unlimited. It's an open world racing game with thousands of miles of road set in Wahoo. Lots of cars, beautiful scenery, and lots of challenges and races to keep the pedal to the metal. So let's take a look.
Test Drive Unlimited is a unique brand of racing game. Instead of racing on tracks or circuits and doing numerous laps to win races, you play on a recreation of the Hawaiian island of Oahu. Using GPS and satellite imaging, Eden Games has given you an entire island to race around on. It features over 1,000 miles of roads to explore. From beaches to city streets to mountain roads and jungles, there is a lot of area to explore. Using the GPS system found in every car and motorcycle, you can select a location anywhere on the map, and the GPS will give you turn-by-turn directions to get you there. You can also just select an area on the map and warp to it, provided you've actually driven there at least once. You can free roam around the island, just drive around and look at stuff, cruise with other players, or find any of the key locations. Now, key locations could be houses you can buy to store cars, traditional races, drive-ins, or various other racing challenges. Some challenges task you with delivering cars for cash, driving models to photo shoots, or delivering packages. The car selection is amazing with cars from Aston Martin, Audi, Dodge, Lamborghini, Kawasaki, and Triumph. All vehicles can be upgraded by buying a tuning package, which increases overall performance. Now, these come in 3 levels, but beware. For the more expensive cars, the tuning packages can cost almost as much as the car itself. You can take your car to the paint shop and paint it almost any color you like, and even 2-tone paint jobs. Test Drive Unlimited is a fresh take on the racing genre and definitely worth checking out if you're a racing fan. Racing around and chasing your friends is an online experience, and it will be tough to go back to racing on tracks. Hopefully, more racing of this kind of structure will come out more often.
Well, that game is a nice alternative to racing around the same tracks over and over. You can get up to 7 of your friends to join you and cruise around for hours and never see the same road twice. Well, that's unless you're me, because even with the GPS, I get lost. Tiana, what do you have for us?
Our featured kids game this week is Viva Pinata, a colorful game that mixes gardening, Pokemon, and I don't even know what else. I've never seen a game like this before, so I don't even know what to compare it to. All I know is I got totally sucked into it. Here's my review.
Viva Pinata is a life simulator game developed by Rare. In this game, you are given a small plot of land and basic tools. Your goal is to create a garden filled with whatever you want. The main thing you're going to want in your garden are piñatas. These are cute, colorful, and adorable animals that have a complex set of needs and wants. In the beginning, you'll notice black and white piñatas hanging around the edge of your garden. Once they come inside the perimeter, you can put your cursor on them and go to the menu where information about the particular species of the piñata will appear. Here you can find out what resident requirements are. There is a complex social structure and ecology built into the game. For instance, cat-type piñatas like to eat bird piñatas, so having a bird piñata in your garden may attract a cat piñata. Other piñatas may prefer eating vegetables, so growing the right plant is sure to attract some piñatas. You'll also want to be on the lookout for these guys. Sours are rogue piñatas that like to create mayhem in your garden. They will attack your piñatas and make them sick. Sours have a similar system of requirements that when fulfilled, they will become a normal piñata and resident. Now, if all this garden tending and piñata management starts to overwhelm you, you can't hire helpers to water your plants for you. Collect fruits and vegetables so you can sell them, and various other tasks that will give more time to do whatever you want. There is also several stores and services you can access through the menu. Here you can buy items to decorate, seeds, piñata accessories, upgrade your shovel and water can, and service like a piñata catcher. You can also call a doctor to heal sick piñatas, and builder who will build a nice home for your particular species of piñatas. Houses are also requiring for mating, allowing you to reproduce piñatas. There's even a fun mini game and cinematic for each species. This game is great for kids and adults alike. It's colorful, funny, and very engrossing. Just be careful. It's one of those games that's easy to pick up and hard to put down.
That was interesting, Tiana. It looks like something that would be okay for little nieces and nephews to play.
Those piñatas were cute. And I like how you can make your own little Zen garden.
That's it for our weekly game reviews. As always, Game Access will bring you reviews of the best games released every week. And of course, we'll try to give you the broadest spectrum of games so there's something for everyone.
Now, coming up after the break, our first impressions of Grand Theft Auto 4. We'll take a look around Liberty City, try out the new game mechanics, and meet up with Niko Bellic's new friends. Game Access will be right back after this.
Are you tired of working for someone else while they make all the money? Do you want to spend more time with your family?
This service helped me find the perfect home business.
You already have a home computer. Why not put it to work and make you the money you deserve?
We're making $12,000 a month.
And we have more family time.
I'm earning more and working less.
Nearly half of all U.S. businesses are home-based.
I made enough money from my home business to buy a new home.
Your home business training pack with a 14-day free trial is just a click away. So log on to this website now.
Welcome back to Game Access. As promised, we have our first impressions video of Grand Theft Auto.
It came out just a few days ago, and rather than rush through the game to give you a quick review, we're going to show you some of what we did on our first play session.
Next week, we'll have an in-depth review of all the aspects of the game, including the much talked about multiplayer. This game is huge, and it deserves a huge review.
So enjoy this early video footage, and kids, don't try this at home.
Okay, so we popped in our fresh new copy of Grand Theft Auto 4. We are introduced to Niko Bellic's cousin and shown the way to our safe house. The first thing we notice is that the car handling is much more realistic. The physics in general are more lifelike. The way you run around and walk down the stairs is much more realistic. The graphics look great. You can immediately see the improvement provided by the new consoles. The way the street shines when wet, the amount of interactive objects scattered throughout the world, and the overall visual presentation looks amazing.
Everything is new.
One thing I was really looking forward to is the interaction between characters in this game. Beyond the traditional cutscenes used to flesh out the story, you can now hang out with various characters in the game. You can now do fun little mini games with them like bowling, shooting pool, and throwing darts. Some characters prefer different activities. Your cousin likes to drink and throw darts, while Michelle likes bowling and eating out. Successfully completing these mini games improves their relationship with you. Gain enough favor with them and you'll unlock special abilities. Your cousin will send you a cab free of charge if you gain enough respect. While none of this is entirely necessary to progress through the game, it's a fun diversion and helps the story feel more emotional. It makes the city feel more like a real place.
Well, you guys know the first thing I wanted to try. I immediately made a handy waypoint to the airport using the GPS system. I'm going for a helicopter. So I made my way to the Liberty City and arrived at the airport. There were no walls or barriers preventing me from walking in, so I just waltzed right in. Whoa, now I've got a 4-star wanted level. I guess they don't take kindly to people just waltzing into the airport. I found myself a luggage puller and took off hoping to find a helicopter and make my escape. I drove around for a bit trying not to get arrested, but no helicopter. The police chased me up to the water tower where they promptly took me down. The police aren't playing around this time. Wow, that game's amazing. The graphics, the story, the music, it's all classic Grand Theft Auto.
Now, I was so amazed by the details and the pedestrians, how you can go in and outside of the buildings.
Yeah, I like the relationships you can have with the characters. You know, you can go on dates, hang out with your friends, do fun stuff with them.
Well, that's all the time we have this week here on Game Access. Join us next week for a full review of Grand Theft Auto 4.
And join us for all the gaming information you need, reviews, previews, demos, and more.
Right here on Game Access, where the games come first. We'll see you next week.